Hey everybody, it's Bill from Matt-Trakker.com, and on this episode of Behind the Mask, we're going to go back a couple of years from when Hurricane Sandy hit the East Coast. It did affect where I lived, not as catastrophic as some others, but we did lose some precious memories, mostly photos, but everybody was okay, and that was the important thing. And it got me thinking that even though I don't love where I grew up, I wanted to do something to help with any kind of effort I could. And unfortunately, I don't have a lot of money, so I kind of had the idea of doing a charity auction. Now, I'm going to talk about the auction again, feature episode. It had voice actors autographing things. There was a lot of collaboration between websites, the BigToyAuction especially, where they were great at doing all this. But then it kind of came about where Angel Forge and Star Wars Geek Customs came up with a Duane Kennedy custom figure. And you might have seen them pop up on eBay from time to time. They were done, specifically for this auction. I didn't ask for them, and they went with basically everybody who bid and won on something got one of these figures. So what you have here is something that was done for like charity again, and thank you to everybody who helped. Here they are on the screen as I'm talking. The figures aren't colored in. There are some that are floating around out there now where people have colored them, but I stink at it, so I haven't done mine yet. And the reason why I'm doing this video now to kind of recap just a little bit, but also talk about this figure more, is the other day I was cleaning, and normally things have to break for, like, when things break, it's usually in the show and it happens then, not before. So you can kind of, mine fell apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put it back together, but I'm also going to talk a little bit about Duane Kennedy, what I know about him, and also, just see if I can get this, because I need to get it back up there in the collection. And there's no way in hell I could paint this little tiny head. It's just not possible. If I get this back together and you do custom work and you want to paint it for me, I would love that. Reach out to me. I can PayPal you anything you need, really. Yeah, let's switch cameras here and see what I can get out of this. Now that we got the camera set up, we can talk a little bit about Duane Kennedy and see if we can get him back together here. So Duane appeared in 4 episodes. He is essentially, he's an in-between for Mask and the Peaceful Nations Alliance. They kind of share intel together. They'll mask will work with him in tandem on some things. So there's a good relationship there. He is voiced by Mark Halloran, and the first episode he was in was Highway to Terror, which is episode 4. So you can kind of get an idea of his personality traits, and if you're trying to paint yours to be cartoon accurate, if you have one, one of those episodes, Highway to Terror, the Rotex, Assault on Liberty, and there was one racing episode. I don't remember exactly which one it was, but he was kind of in a couple right there, and then that was it. So, all right, my glue gun is heating up. Here's all the pieces. Mine's not painted. Again, my hands aren't steady enough to do it. There's no way I'd be able to paint that tiny head. It would just come out to be a red blob, or who knows what. Now, I'm not very good at repairing figures, and it's not that it's broken. I said this was custom done, so it was casted, and it probably just, it was already probably a little loose to begin with, but then when it fell, it just kind of like did a crash test dummy thing and broke into pieces. So let's get this going here. Hot glue gun is heating up, and let's see. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this where it lines everything up and allows me to have the joints still move. I mean, I could just dump hot glue in there and keep them stationary, but that kind of takes away from the movement of them. Now, the plastic here is a little bit different than what you would get on the normal figures. It's a little harder, just because I guess that's what was available. I might just dump a whole bunch of hot glue in here. It's like aliens there. Look at that. Oh, man. I don't know. If you have one of these, did yours kind of fall apart on you as well? Let me know in the comments. Just curious, because there were about 50 of these made, and it'd be nice to know who won them. So that way there I can say congrats. That's not going to be very precise, and I'm sure there's a better way to do this. I just don't know what that is. And the good thing about hot glue is that if you want it to come apart well, like, you can kind of do it. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to just kind of fill it up with hot glue and then put the piece back on. Now, I know that's kind of like, hey, why don't you try to touch it up a little bit, but I don't see any good spots to do it. I don't have any other adhesive that would work in this scenario, so go with what I got, and that's all you can really do. So if you need to repair a figure, nothing wrong with this, I guess. So, all right, let's get some in there. Okay, good. Okay. Gotta get it in there before it dries. Get some down here. Just making a mess. Oh, geez. So it's not perfect, but it should hold. Definitely needs some time to set though. So there you have it. Here's your Duane Kennedy lesson. Little lesson on the figure. And if you see them around, like, the prices are probably going to be high. I saw one of these. I just burned myself on the hot glue gun. All right, I've seen these going for like $200, and I don't mind that, but like it bothers me a little bit that it was done for charity, and then I don't know, maybe that person's selling it for charity too. But I'd like to see them in the hands of actual collectors, people that have, a good passion about this. So yeah, if you have one, let me know. If you want to help me paint mine, I can PayPal you and send it over in the United States. But yeah, until next time, it's Bill from Matt-Trakker.com, and I'll talk to you later.
Spectrum